Good morning, everyone. Happy Tuesday. It is me. My name's Kennedy. I'm the social media specialist here at SMP, and I'm so excited to be back for Takeover Tuesday. I feel like it's been so long, and I've loved seeing all the little names on here, all you guys chatting away, and just seeing all you guys here. It's so great. I'm so excited. It's going to be a good show today. I'm seeing all my friends. We've got Clovis Perkins, Arnell Burrows, we've got Carol Lombardi, Debbie Shaw, good morning, everyone. Joanne Hole, we got Scrappy Quilter in the house, good morning. Pamela Mason, oh my gosh, everyone's here today, so excited. Marilyn Whitco, great to see you too. I miss you guys, oh my gosh. Corinne McLaughlin, good morning. Hello, everyone. Oh, Susie said, hey, Roger and Kyle. Good morning, guys.
Good morning.
Kyle's over on the other side, but he says hi. He said hi. Oh, is he coming? Oh, there he is. We are all here this morning and pumped up and ready to go for another awesome show. And today, our guest, I'm so excited. I always love having her on because what she talks about, I feel often goes overlooked. So I think this is a great way for us to, go back to the basics a little bit and learn more in depth about the things that we might not really pay attention to sometimes, which is okay. It's okay. But with needles, for example, which is what we're going to be talking about today, you just think, oh, I just need a needle, put it in and get the job going. But there's so many more details to needles than that. So it's so awesome to have one of the best needle educators, the Rhonda Pierce, here from SCHMETZ. She is so awesome, and she's going to teach you guys about all the ins and outs of needles, and she's so great just to watch her energy, and she's just so amazing. But before I get her on, I just have a couple of quick announcements before we get started. We have a ton of amazing deals going on right now this October. The spooky season is going strong. We're all having so much fun over here. But if you are looking for long arms, new quilting machines, let's see what else, new furniture. Oh my gosh, there's so much going on. If you just head to our website, I've got it down in the link in the description. You can check out all of our amazing deals going on. We've got Grace Company, Juki, Burnett, we've got Arrow, we've got just tons of things going on. And if you're looking for furniture specifically, please go check out Arrow's promotions. We have so many awesome furniture pieces and cabinets and storage supplies and all of that on sale at such amazing good prices. So I got to look out for you guys. Check them out. Just go browse. They're so much fun to see and imagine. You're like, oh, I can put this in my room. I always love looking at the different cabinets and thinking about which ones that I want the most. So you do that too. It's so much fun. All right. Well, what else? We have got something very exciting starting within the next few days, and I'll give you just a little hint. It involves your older machine maybe getting some new love. You know what I mean? I'm just going to leave it to that. But just a little hint, we have something going on, so make sure you guys tune in. I believe the 15th, we're going to start getting it all started. So check back in on our socials and our website. We're going to have some fun, exciting little events going on. It's something we've never done before. So that'll be very exciting. And we've decided to leave it to the rest of the month for it. So tune in, just a little sneak peek for you. What else? Oh, if you guys are looking for more ways to get connected with SMP and get, some little special access, maybe some new deals and little things that you might not be able to get if you're just looking on our website, sign up for our emails. There's little pop-ups all over our website where you can just enter your email in, and that will give you the A-OK to get connected with us, and you'll start getting our emails. And Roger, there's tons of good stuff on there, right?
Oh yeah.
He's the man behind the emails. He's the man. So make sure you guys check that out, and he will get you some good things going on the emails. So they're fun, and I always look at them too. I'm like, what's going on? What can I look at? Because I always love to mind shop and window shop. So it's great for anybody who likes to do that. Someone said, oh, they're having trouble with your old machine. Well, I don't know. Might be time for a new machine. It's that time of the year.
Coming.
It's coming. It's coming. You never know. I'm going to try and keep it a secret because we want to launch it and have fun on Friday. But anyways, with that, I think that's it for me. Other than that, we've got, of course, our Instagram and Facebook. Oh my gosh, and our group. We have started a SMP Nation private Facebook group, and so far it has been so much fun looking at everybody on there. I think we have over 200 members on, which is crazy. And it's so amazing that you guys all wanted to join and hang out with us. But if you guys are watching for the first time and you want a little Facebook group to be a part of and a really awesome community, then join it. I'll put the link down once we get going with the show. But it's just so much fun. And people post their projects on there. They ask questions. You know, they talk about things that they're working on, different projects and different, you know, if they have a problem with something, we have everybody who's in that group always tries to help everyone. So it's so amazing. We had one giveaway so far, but I want to plan some more in the future. And that was so much fun. But it's just a really awesome Facebook group that you guys can get involved in and just hang out with us. We'll start posting some more behind the scenes type things and all of that. So just join it if you want to get involved with the community, the SMP Nation community. Woo woo. I see a lot of names that are in that group and they're amazing. Joe, Alan, Wolf, guys, you're so awesome in there. And I love it when people post their projects because we want to see what you guys are working on because you guys are, we want to listen to you. So we love seeing what you guys are working on and what struggles you're having, what things that you're enjoying, new accessories that you love. So join in, join the fun. It's great. It's great. Well, with that, I'm going to go ahead and get Rhonda in the house and see what she's going to be working on with us today. So let's go ahead and get Rhonda in. Hello, how are you?
Hey, Kennedy, I'm terrific. And yourself?
I'm awesome. I'm so excited that you're here. Oh my gosh. I love Rhonda so much. She is so talented when it comes to her education. I'm sorry. I just had to tell you that real quick.
You know what? I'll take it. I'll take it.
Yes. No, you just have the best energy and it's so fun. And I'm just so happy that you're here today.
And you know what? There's so many names I recognize. I recognize lots of your customers. So I'm glad to say hello to everybody.
Yes. Oh, that's so awesome. That's so good. Well, that is so great. So Rhonda, what are you going to be talking about today? Just a little preview.
Well, you know what? Last time I was here, which was September 12th, I talked about the actual physical needle. I talked about the parts of the needle and their function, the eye, how to read the SCHMETZ color chart, and what all those numbers mean on the SCHMETZ needle pack. So today, I thought, well, let's do something a little bit different. Let's talk about specific needle types. So I'm going to be talking about needle types for piecing and quilting, sewing with knits, etc. So for about 30 minutes or so. We'll see.
Perfect. Awesome. Well, I'm going to go ahead and let you get started. But again, if you guys have any questions, I'll be behind the scenes. And of course, Rhonda will be here. And at the end, we can probably get some together and answer some questions. And then we'll do giveaways. So take it away, Rhonda.
Hello, SMP Nation. I'm delighted to be here again. Thank you. Thank you very much. And you know what? Kennedy is absolutely right in that sometimes we just overlook the most important 2-inch piece of steel in our sewing machine, and that is the SCHMETZ needle. So let's just jump right in here today. I want to ask you, what do you think the most popular needle type is? The most popular needle type. And I bet most of you would guess or know that the universal needle is the most popular needle type. Why? Well, the universal has a slightly rounded point and it works well with both knit and with woven fabrics. I consider the universal needle to be the workhorse of all needle types. The universal needle is also available in the widest array of sizes, from the smallest size 60/8 all the way up to a 125. So SCHMETZ universal, the most popular needle type. And guess what? The universal is also available in twin and triple needle. So the most popular needle size for universal I'm hoping you've got this in your needle stash, is universal size 8012, followed by universal size 9014. So no matter what kind of sewing you do, I always suggest that you have universal 8012 and 9014 in your stash. So let's talk about specific needles for piecing and for quilting. And there are 5 needle types. And yes, universal right in there. Lots of famous quilters use the universal for both piecing and for quilting. But let's look at a couple other needle types that you want to consider. I've got the jeans needle, also known as a denim needle. Does that surprise you? Well, how many of you like to make flannel quilts, or you like to make denim quilts, or you like to make those heavy-duty raggy quilts? And the denim needle is up to the task. So what's so special about the denim needle? The denim needle has a reinforced blade. A reinforced blade so that when your needle passes through your heavier fabric, there's less needle deflection, less movement of the needle. So you get a cleaner stitch with that reinforced blade. So the jeans needle is a great needle choice for flannel quilts, denim quilts, and those heavy-duty raggy quilts. Another popular needle for piecing and quilting is the top stitch needle. The top stitch needle. And if you were with us last month, we learned that the top stitch needle has an elongated eye. So there's less stress on your thread as it's passing through the eye of the needle. The top stitch needle also has a slightly rounded point. The top stitch. We've got, just as the name suggests, the quilting needle. The quilting needle is used specifically or oftentimes for piecing and for quilting. So what's so special about the quilting needle? Well, it was specifically designed for piecing and for quilting. The quilting needle has a special tapered point, a special taper specifically designed for piecing and for quilting. And the quilting needle has a slightly rounded point. The quilting needle. And I'll also just mention that you'd probably use the size 7511 for the piecing of your project and the larger size 9014 for the quilting of your project. And that leaves one other needle type popular for piecing and quilting. And can you guess what it is? For some of you that have been to my classes before, you probably already know. And that's the microtex needle. The microtex needle. The generic name for a microtex needle is a sharp needle. So when your books and patterns say use a sharp needle, well, they're referring to a SCHMETZ microtex needle. So microtex, what does that mean? Well, the microtex needle has a very slim acute point. Very slim acute point. So with the microtex needle, you're going to get the most precise stitches. And because the microtex has a very slim acute point, guess what? Your microtex needle is going to dull quicker than any of your other needle types. So you will need to replace your microtex more frequently than any of your other needle types. The other thing I want to mention about the microtex is how many of you like to sew or piece or quilt with batik fabrics. Well, the microtex is a great needle choice because even if you pre-wash your fabrics, oftentimes the weave of the fabric will still be kind of tight and there can still be dye residue left. So the microtex can still stitch beautifully through your batik fabrics. So 5 popular needle types for piecing and quilting. If you're taking notes here today, you might want to write these down. We've got the workhorse of all needle types, the universal needle with a slightly rounded point. We've got the jeans needle with a reinforced blade, which is great when you're working with denim, flannel quilts, or those heavy-duty raggy quilts. And wow, isn't cold season upon us? Maybe you'll be making a raggy quilt pretty soon. We've got the top stitch needle, which has that elongated eye, so there's less stress on your thread as it's passing through the eye of the needle. We've got the quilting needle with a special taper, specifically designed for piecing and for quilting. You probably use the size 7511 for the piecing of your project and the larger 9014 for the quilting of your project. And finally, but not last or least, I'm not presenting these in any specific order, is the microtex needle, also known as a sharp needle. The microtex, you get a very clean, precise stitch because of that very slim, acute point. And you're going to need to change your microtex needle more frequently than any of your other needle types. And the microtex is a great needle choice when you're sewing with batik fabrics. So 5 needle types. Where are you going to get your SCHMETZ needles? Well, you're going to go to Sewing Machines Plus. Go in person, or you can go online. You can buy these needles as single cards, or Sewing Machines Plus does have these all bundled up for you with a handy little luggage tag with the SCHMETZ color chart. And the bundle also includes the handy little ABC pocket guide, which is really the foundation to everything you need to know about SCHMETZ needles, the foundation to my SCHMETZ classes. So I'm sure Kennedy or someone will be posting the link for this little SCHMETZ bundle. This is the piecing and quilting bundle, and you get the 5 different types of needles. Yep, there it is. Okay, they just posted the bundle for you. And, these bundles you can buy for yourself, or they make nice gifts because, oh dear, we are coming up to holiday season, right? Have you started your holiday shopping already? I have. I'm hoping to have something delivered yet this week. So, yes, I have started my holiday shopping. Okay, now let's talk about sewing with knits. Sewing with knits. Are you going to be making maybe a cuddle blanket, or maybe a soft cuddle poncho, or a minky poncho? Those would make nice gifts for the holiday, and you want to use the appropriate needle. So if you're sewing with knits, there are 2 needle types you must have in your sewing stash. And the first is the jersey needle. The jersey needle. The generic name for a jersey needle is a ballpoint needle. The jersey needle has a medium ballpoint. The other needle that you need in your stash when sewing with knits is a stretch needle. And guess what? The stretch needle also has a medium ballpoint, just like this jersey needle. But the eye of the stretch needle is narrower, and the scarf of the stretch needle is also deeper. So it's a little bit different sewing experience when you compare the jersey and the stretch. So if you're sewing with knits, well, how do you know? What needle type do you use, a stretch or a jersey? Well, if your fabric has lycra or spandex or elastic, you're going to use the stretch needle. If it's just a regular knit fabric, you're going to use the jersey needle. Sometimes stretch and jersey are interchangeable, but not always. So sometimes you just kind of have to test. Now, to the question about what needle do you use when you're sewing on that really nice, super soft, plush, cuddle, or minky fabric? Well, you want to use a stretch needle. You want to use a stretch needle. Here I'm showing size 75, but actually you want to use size 90-14 on your cuddle or minky fabric. And let me just say, I'm a huge fan of cuddle fabric and minky. And if it was colder, I'd probably be wearing a cuddle vest that I had made. And when you sew with cuddle or minky, it's kind of I don't want to say it's finicky, but it has a tendency to kind of slide underneath your machine and the foot. So you really need to pin well when you're sewing with minky or cuddle. And then you know what? The needle really makes a huge difference when you're sewing with Cuddle or Minky. So use a stretch size 90-14 when you're working with Cuddle or Minky. So what sewing with knits? Yep, you need 2 needle types in your stash. You need the jersey and you need the stretch needles. And our friends at Sewing Machines Plus have these already bundled up for you. So you get a card of multi-sized jersey. So you've got jersey needles in size 70, 80, and 90. Plus you have a pack of stretch 75-11 and a pack of stretch size 90-14. So Sewing Machines Plus has these bundled up for you with the little SCHMETZ ABC pocket guide and the ever popular little luggage tag with the SCHMETZ color chart. So I'm sure pretty soon they'll probably have that bundle right up on in the chat, so you can order these directly from Sewing Machines Plus. Okay, let's move on to another needle type that you may or may not be familiar with. This one was introduced right before the pandemic. So if you don't know about it, don't feel bad. That's why I'm here today, is to help keep you informed. So the newest needle to come out is the SCHMETZ Super NonStick needle. Super NonStick. And I think even virtually you can see that these needles are a different color. They have that gunmetal color or charcoal gray color, and that's the non-stick surface, kind of like the Teflon surface that we have in our pots and pans in the kitchen. But this needle also has a couple other features that I want to point out. This needle also has a reinforced blade, so there's less needle deflection when your stitch is created, and an extra large eye, so there's less stress on your thread as the thread is passed. So there's less thread. Oh, wow, tongue twister. So there's less stress on your thread as it's passing through the eye of the needle. So 3 great features. When are you going to use these awesome needles? Well, how many of you like to make multimedia quilts? This is a great needle choice when you're working with different fabrications and all kinds of adhesives to keep your quilt together until it's stitched together. Super NonStick is a great needle choice. If you like to do machine embroidery or machine applique, the Super NonStick is a great needle choice. Why? Because when you're doing your machine embroidery, you're stitching at really high speeds. And what happens? Your sticky stabilizers have a tendency to warm up and then gum up your needle. So now you can sew a little bit longer before your needle gums up from all the stabilizers. If you like to sew with oilcloth, splash fabric, or vinyl, the Super NonStick is a great needle choice. Why? Because when you're sewing on vinyl, what happens? Your vinyl gets warm, and then the vinyl has a tendency to hug your needle. Now you can't see where you're sewing. So the Super NonStick will resist the vinyl from hugging your needle. And then one last application for the Super NonStick is if you are working with hoop and loop tape or Velcro. This is a great needle choice because Velcro, it's sticky on one side, fuzzy on the other, and crispy in between. And the Super NonStick will just sew through those layers beautifully. So Super NonStick, great applications. They're available in 4 sizes 70, 80, 90, and 100. And yes, you can buy these single sizes from Sewing Machines Plus, or if you really want to jump in, you know what, get the bundle. So there's 1 card of each, sizes 70, 80, 90, and 100, with the handy little ABC pocket guide and the ever popular SCHMETZ color chart on the luggage tag. So Super NonStick, great when you're sewing on oilcloth, vinyl, hoop and loop tape, oilcloth, when you're doing machine applique, machine embroidery, or multimedia quilts. This is a great needle choice. So Super NonStick. And I have one, oh yes, and I think they just posted, you want to check, the bundle is called the Super NonStick, and I'm sure they'll probably post this link for you. in the chat. And there's one other little bundle of needles that I want to talk about today. And these are for machine embroidery. How many of you like to do machine embroidery? Lots of you. Let me look at my chat here. Okay. So I think most everyone is probably familiar with the traditional embroidery needle. All right. So your embroidery needle has an extra large eye. Why? Well, again, because you're stitching at high speeds and that thread really takes a hit working back and forth through the eye of the needle. So the extra large eye in your embroidery needle, again, will allow less stress on the thread as it's passing through the eye of the needle. The embroidery needle also has a light ballpoint, so you can work with this on a variety of fabrics. But I want to point out two other needle types that are great for machine embroidery. Another is the titanium embroidery needle. So similar characteristics as your regular embroidery needle. It has that extra large eye, but it has a titanium coating that helps to improve your needle wear. So you might be able to get a few more stitches out of your titanium needle. And then the third option for machine embroidery is just what we talked about, the super non-stick needle. This needle also has that slightly rounded point, so it's great for machine embroidery. It has that reinforced blade, which is really good when you're working through really dense embroidery designs, and the extra large eye. So 3 options for your machine embroidery. You've got your regular embroidery, you've got your titanium, and you've got your super non-stick. So again, these 3 needles are available from Sewing Machines Plus as single cards, but to make it even more fun as a nice little sampler, they've got them bundled up with the ABC pocket guide and your little luggage tag. So you'll want to check those out. And I'm sure they'll have the machine embroidery bundle link for you shortly. So, okay, we've just covered a lot of needles. So let me go in and just see if Bernadette says she needs embroidery needles. So maybe you want to try that, that little bundle. Leslie says she uses titanium all the time. So fantastic. Let's see. Golden pack of 5. Oh my goodness, Nana, I'm sorry to hear that. Well, I hope you spoke to Sewing Machines Plus so we can take care of that. Zena says that she loves that the needles are bundled. Jenny is asking, how often should you change the needle? Well, I don't know. I don't know how long your needle is going to last. If you hit a pin right away, maybe you get 3 seconds of sewing. Maybe if you're not a very aggressive sewer, maybe you can get 20 hours of sewing. So I think rather than ask how long does a needle last, you should reframe that question and ask, what are the clues to changing the needle? What are the clues when you're sewing to changing the needle? So let's just walk through those clues a little bit. And we kind of, one clue is when your thread is breaking or shredding. That's a clue that you need to change out the needle. What you may not be aware of is if your thread is breaking or shredding, you might not be changing your needle frequently enough. If you're not changing your needle frequently enough, the thread will actually wear a groove in the eye of the needle. And that's not a good thing, because what's going to happen? Yeah, that extra groove is going to shred and break your thread. So what are you going to do? Yeah, you're just going to toss that needle. You're going to get a new needle. When you're sewing, what's happening to your fabric? Is your needle snagging the fabric? Is it puckering the fabric? Or maybe the needle is leaving a giant hole in your fabric, like it's eating the fabric. Or maybe in a really bad case, your needle is actually tucking the fabric into the throat plate. Hello? those are all clues that you need to change the needle. So what do? Just get a new needle. And what's happening to your stitches? Are your stitches skipping? Are your seams uneven? Or you're sitting at your machine and you're saying, well, I'm sewing in a straight line. How come my stitches look wiggly squiggly? Well, guess what? Your needle is dull. It's a clue. Your needle is dull. So you need to change out the needle. And then there's one other clue that involves hearing. Hopefully, when you're sewing, you're in that bubble, right? You are just humming along. Your machine is humming, humming, humming. And then what happens? You start to hear that little click, click, clicking sound. And what is it? Well, it's your needle, and it's saying, hey, I've been working hard here for you. Change me. If you ignore that clicking sound, now what happens? It graduates to a pop, pop, popping sound. Now it's yelling at you, change me, change me, change me. If you ignore the clicking and the popping, what happens now? Now your machine is going clunk, clunk, clunk. How many of you are familiar with those sounds? Clicking, popping, clunking. Well, hello. It's just your needle saying, hey, change me out. I've given you some great stitches and I do not last forever. So just change me. So that, thanks for asking about that. Okay. Gail says titanium, question mark. And the package says gold. You're right. Let me pull that package. It says embroidery gold needles. But on the back side of your card, it's going to say titanium nitrate ceramic coating. So currently, SCHMETZ has only one titanium needle for our home sewing machine, and it is the embroidery gold, available in sizes 7511 and 9014. So thanks for asking that. All right. Pamela says she does a lot of embroidery designs and she needs tons of needles. Well, I'll tell you what, there's nothing worse than stitching at 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning and then needing to replace your needle and not having a stash. And the truth is, it's happened to me. Not very often. As you can probably imagine, I have a pretty substantial SCHMETZ stash at home. Microtex size 8012 is my favorite go-to needle for all kinds of sewing, piecing, quilting, etc. And yep, it happened to me at 1:30 in the morning in the dark of night. And I needed to change the needle. And guess what? I didn't have any. I had to come into the office the next day to replenish my stash. Wolfguess, hope I pronounced that right, says, oh goodness, that they're currently using organ needles, but they're planning to move over to SCHMETZ. Yeah, I think the brand really does make a difference. So welcome back to SCHMETZ. I know you've got options, and I don't want to make anyone feel bad for using a different brand. I'm just delighted that you're sewing or quilting or doing machine embroidery. But really, you just can't beat SCHMETZ needles quality and needle types and size offerings. All right, let me see if there's any more questions. Paula says she always uses SCHMETZ. Clovis. Hi, Clovis. I met Clovis Perkins, last month in Indiana, and it was delightful to meet her. Clovis says that she's going to be doing some machine embroidery later. All right. Susie says that she's using the embroidery 7511. Leslie says that she loves SCHMETZ needles and all the information that we've got. Yeah, there's lots of information. If you've got a specific question, you really need to tap into Sewing Machines Plus, go into the store or use the chat and ask them questions. There's lots of information also at SCHMETZNeedles.com. You can go we're updating our website at the very top of SCHMETZNeedles.com. On the upper right is resources. So you can click that and you'll find all kinds of resources. Now, one of the things that I want to mention is that there is a free SCHMETZ app. And you can go to Google Play or to the iStore and just download the free app. And the app is based on the SCHMETZ ABC Pocket Guide, which is the foundation to all of my classes. But we're updating our website, and we're currently updating our SCHMETZ, our free SCHMETZ app. And soon you'll be able to get the updated app directly from our website. So we'll be making an announcement probably before the end of this month that the app is moving over to our website, SCHMETZNeedles.com. Many of the features have been updated, and one of the special features that I like about the SCHMETZ app and even the physical ABC Pocket Guide is that there's a list of over, here in the print version, there's over 60 fabrics that are listed that refer you to the appropriate needle type and size to use. And in the free app, there's over 80 fabrics, and it's been updated with cork and bamboo and some of the newer fabrics that have come out since the original app was implemented. So keep your eyes open for announcements on the updated app. Okay. Kennedy, do you have any questions for me?
Hi, Rhonda. Oh my gosh, I think you covered a lot of it. I was looking at all the questions and you hit them all pretty good. But one thing I will say though is with those bundles, they are so nice to have because you're getting a variety of different needles all matched together. Exactly. So you don't even have to think about which ones. You can try different ones, see which ones you like the best, because you never know. You could be using a needle right now and then use a SCHMETZ stretch needle and be like, whoa, my world has changed, right?
Right. Well, you know, here's the thing. It used to be, well, decades ago, we had a very small selection of fabric to use, right? You know, there were just a few fabric manufacturers. They would make knits or they would make wovens. And now there's just a plethora of different manufacturers that make such a wide array of fabrics. And even though, like when I'm piecing or quilting, and Microtex 8012 is my favorite needle to use, every once in a while, I still have to change out either needle type or needle size. So, you know, sometimes the fabrics come in different weights. And on one of the quilts that I made, I started with the Microtex 8012. And I didn't like the stitch quality. So what did I do? I went down to after some experimentation, I went down to Microtex 7010, and it sewed like butter. So
Yeah,
sometimes,
exactly.
yeah, you just have to. And what works for you may not work for your sewing buddy. So, you know, sometimes machines, threads, fabrics, and our technique, it's all different. And so sometimes you just have to be a little bit more agile and switch out your needle types and sizes.
Yes. And there's nothing wrong with experimenting either. I mean, you can always just grab a scrap piece of fabric and just, you know, try one and see if you don't want to start it on a project that is very important or anything like that. Just trying out different needles is just a great way for you to see what's the
How
word
they
I'm looking
perform.
for? Yes, exactly. Because they're all different. And I feel like that's something that a lot of people don't realize, especially like you were saying with all the new fabrics and the new, you know, there's so many different things that people sew on nowadays and so many different mediums that it's like, well, can I just use this one needle for everything? It's like, no, there's tons.
Right. Well, and talking about different needle types, like especially when we're juggling different projects, how do you organize your slightly used needles that are still sewing worthy? And this is one of the products that Sewing Machines Plus carries, is the Grab It My Pad. So if you go to SewingMachinesPlus.com, just type in My Pad, all is one word, and you'll find the My Pad. And what this is an extra thick piece of felt. And then we imprint all of the different SCHMETZ needle types using the SCHMETZ color chart. So red for embroidery, blue for jeans, etc. And then within each needle type is a cell for all the different needle sizes. So now you can organize your slightly used needles by needle
Yes.
and size, and you don't have to remember.
Oh, that's so convenient. Oh my gosh.
And it comes with a little flower head pen. So if you have some older SCHMETZ needles that don't have the color coding, once you take that needle out of the packaging and you put it in your machine, use the flower head pen to identify the needle currently in your machine, because now you don't have to rely on your memory.
Yes. Oh my gosh. That has been getting to me so much recently, especially with needles. It's like if you like you were saying too, there's so many different times when you feel like you need to change your needle. Sometimes I can go a couple days, sometimes I go a couple hours, and I'm like, I need to make the switch. And then when you come back, you're like, what needle's in my machine again? What am I working on again? So it's so nice to have. And I love notions that are just essential that you can just put on the side. You can easily look over, see what's going on, especially with that pin. It just makes it a breeze.
Yeah. Let's make your sewing easier. I just keep mine standing. I have it leaning against my light source, so it's quite handy. And I know
that's awesome.
Some people have said, like people who have like 6 or more sewing machines, they have one at every machine.
Yeah. I know people who, especially with educators that I worked with too, I talk with them about getting them on the show, and they're like, well, I have 10 machines. I have 15 machines. I'm like, do you do a needle change day? Like, do you do a needle change day where you just go through and change all of them? Or do you do it? They're like, it depends.
I've got a friend that has over 30 machines, and I'm thinking, how can you keep track of them?
Yes. Oh my gosh. That's my biggest question. It's like that and bobbins. I'm like, do you do like a specific time?
Well, speaking of bobbins, let's talk about another Grab It sewing tool product. And I think most of your viewers are probably familiar with the bobbin savers. So
my favorite
sizes, for your regular bobbins, your M class, and then the jumbo. So these are all available at Sewing Machines Plus. Then those hold like 20 some bobbins. And then we've got the Bobbin Saver Square, which is available for home sewing machine bobbins in the blue or the red. And for jumbo bobbins, it's available in the red. And I think you can kind of see that the jumbo, the channel is a little bit deeper and wider than the regular. So this is a handy way to organize your bobbins, especially if you have a cat or a kid that wants to use your bobbin saver as a frisbee. Your bobbins aren't going to go flying all over the room.
Yes. Oh my goodness. No, I love those bobbin savers though. If you guys are looking for something where you can just, like Ron is saying, just keep them all in one place, safe out of, hands that might not be needing to go in there. But definitely get that bobbin saver. They're awesome.
I see a question here from Marilyn. She's asking if you sell it's embroidery in bulk. And I think you do, don't you? You've got
I believe we do. Yes. I was looking on our website as you were talking, and we do have a lot of SCHMETZ needles that are in packs of 50 and 100. So if you sew a lot and you just want one specific type, we've got them all on there. And I believe we have a discount code going on. I want to say, if you sign up for our emails, you'll get that coupon, but there is a coupon for needles right now, so you can get a little portion off of that for you. But yes, to answer your question, we do. We sell them in 100s and 50s.
Okay. Here, Kathy, I like this comment. Someone once said that the needle is the cheapest part of the project, so change it.
Yes, exactly. See, it may be the cheapest, but it's going to be the most important if it does break and if something bad happens. So you have to treat it with, we love the needle.
Well, you have to treat the needle with respect, and it is the hardest working 2-inch piece of steel in your machine. It's also the least expensive. So have that little stash. And if you stop and think about it, Kennedy, your customers have spent a lot of money on their machines, right?
Yes.
They've collected a stash of fabrics. They have probably a pretty generous stash of beautiful threads, I would guess.
Oh, of
They're
course.
they're taking your classes, buying books and patterns and attending retreats. And let's not forget, when you're sewing on a project, you're investing your own personal time, and time is money,
Yes.
right? So now
Yes.
you need to complete that investment right down to your SCHMETZ needle. So just change it out, maintain that investment from your machine to your time, right down to your sewing machine needle.
Yes, exactly. And I know we forget sometimes. I know it's okay. It's all good. But when you do, it's rewarding for you and also for your machine. Because that way think about it this way, the more you change your needle and keep it good, the less times you'll have issues with your project in the hoop, on top of the machine, going in there. You don't want anything to mess up your project in the middle of sewing, right? So
Right.
just
Easy
a great
solution.
way. Yes.
An inexpensive solution.
Yes, exactly. It's awesome. It's awesome. Well, Rhonda, thank you so much for coming on and hanging out with us today. Your information and your education is just off the charts, so we appreciate it so much. And yeah, you're great, and we loved having you. And I'm seeing all the comments, and everybody was so happy that you came on today. So
Well, thank you.
from SMP Nation to you, thank you so much.
All right, everybody. So SCHMETZ. See you next time.
Yes. All righty. See you later. All right, you guys. What did you guys think? Did you guys like it? Wasn't that fun? I loved it. She's always so great, and her energy is just amazing. Like I was saying earlier, she's great. Well, I was looking at some of the comments, and I saw some suggestions for today's giveaway. So I will go ahead and take those suggestions, but let's go ahead and get started. I know you guys are asking about the coupon code. I don't know it off the top of my head, but as soon as I can get a hold of Roger, and if you guys go sign up for our emails, actually, hold on, we're going to do this live on air. I'm going to pull it up really quick. Let's see. I want to get you guys the coupon. Well, since we're doing that, let's go ahead and get our music going. Use code NEEDLES30 for 30% off needles. Needles 30. Yep, there you go. I see it in the comments. I'll go ahead and put it up here. There you go. There's ooh. How am I doing this? I'm backwards. It's needles. Oh, needles 30. There we go. It's like my Monday with the shows. Needles 30. There you go. All right, let's go ahead and get started with the giveaways. Let's see if I can get through it. All right, you guys. First up, you know them, you love them. We've got the iconic Sew Mat. They're great if you are looking for something to help with the sound and the vibration of your machine. These are great. These are awesome. I use mine as a pin cushion. I always have to say that. But they're just great. You can keep them. It helps protect say you have like a really nice arrow cabinet. There's tons of them on our website right now that I'm just drooling over. But if you have a really nice arrow cabinet and you want to keep it safe and protected, having that sew mat. Oh my gosh, I can't even talk today, you guys. Ugh. Anyways, having that sew mat under your machine just really helps with sound, vibration, keeping everything clean. It's just a nice little extra workspace. So let's go ahead and get this going. But if you guys have a sew mat, what color do you have? Tell me what color you guys have, because I want to know what's the favorite, because we've been thinking about doing a new mat, but I want to get your guys' ideas. So which color do you guys have? If you guys have one, or what color would you want? What color would you get if you won today? Let's see. All right, let's go ahead. I'm going to stop blabbering now. I'm so sorry. But let's go ahead and get this going. Let me add this to my screen. All right, so we are going to do this. Let me put this on here and let's spin to see who's going to win a sew mat. I see snake print. The amount of requests we've gotten for a leopard print, cheetah print, snake print, all of them. Lady Fair, congrats. go ahead and head to SMPLive.tv to claim your prize, and we will get that shipped out to you. Congrats. Awesome. Too hard to pick. Lisa, I'm in the same boat. I don't have one on here. It's because I can't decide which one I want. So, again, we're getting through it. We're getting through it. But anyways, we've been getting so many requests for different patterns, Matt. So you never know. We might take your suggestion one of these days. You don't know. Maybe. Wink, wink. All right, let's go ahead and move on. So we're going to do a $100 gift card for our next giveaway, because who doesn't love a gift card? You know, I always look through and try to find fun giveaways for everyone. And the Sew Mat we love to do just anyway, because it's just like a classic for us. We love to just throw one in there. But the gift cards, it's a perfect way for you to pick what you want. You know, we love doing that, so that way you can go buy what you want. Maybe you have things you want to restock on. So I love it, and you guys always love having gift cards. So it's good. It's good. It's a win-win. So let's go ahead and see who is going to win our next giveaway, which is the $100 gift card. Let's see. Let's see. Desiree Kumpf? If I'm pronouncing that wrong, I'm so sorry. But Desiree, you have just won a $100 gift card. So go ahead and head to smplive.tv, fill out your information, and we will send you that gift card via email. And then you can get shopping. How fun is that? I saw her in the comments with the little emoji like this. You won. Congrats. Congratulations. You guys are awesome. And now I want to do our last giveaway, which was suggested by someone on the stream today, and I just want to show you guys. So I'm going to type it in here. We're doing this live, okay? Live. Okay. So I want to go ahead and give away. Well, first let me ask this. Okay, let me just spoil this for you. I want to give away the SCHMETZ Needle Bundle, but we have 3 different kinds. We have the embroidery, we have the quilting, and we have the sewing with knits. So what kind do you guys want? What kind would you guys prefer? I think the quilting one has more of a variety, so maybe we'll do that one because it's got more options, and all of those you can use. Most of them you can use in the embroidery machine. So I think we'll be doing that one just because more options for you guys. So let me go ahead and take this off, and then I'll share my screen really quick. Dun, 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 dun. I'm going to just share this so I can show you what the needle bundle is. So this is the needle bundle that we're going to give away today. So you've got your quilting needles, you've got your microtex. I'm sorry, my screen's right here, so I'm gonna look over here. Oh, I can do it like this. So you've got all of your different needles going on, your jeans, denim, top stitch, and that luggage tag, and the pocket guide, which will be your best friend when it comes to navigating your way through needles. Because if you're just new to this and you just learned all this stuff from Rhonda, you know, it's awesome. Somebody said let the winner pick. I think that's what we'll do. We'll go ahead and do that. So let me take this off and let's get our stream giveaway back up. Okay. So I will draw a winner. That sounds like a good idea, actually. Thank you, Kryn, by the way. What I will do is I will pick a winner, and then you guys, whoever wins, let me know which bundle you would like, and then we'll send that one to you. All right. That sounds good. I like that. Maybe we'll do that in the future. Okay. Let's see. Who's going to win? Who's going to win? Let's see. It's getting slower. Erin Potts. Erin Potts, congrats. Go ahead and let me know. Hopefully she's still on here. Let me know which one that you would like, or go to smplive.tv. Mention you're from today, the October 11th Takeover Tuesday show, and then just write down which one that you want, and then we'll send that out to you. And I think I might do one more. Should I do one more? I think I'm going to do one more. Okay. Guys, you guys got to stop me. I'm bad. Okay, we're going to do one more. I will let one more person pick their needle bundle, okay? Let's see. We're going to do one more. Let's see. Esther Ramirez. Congratulations. So go ahead and you can comment down below or just go to the smplive.tv, right, scrolling down on the website down below, and fill out the form. Just mention that you're from the October 11th show on Takeover Tuesday, and then put in the comments if you want the knits bundle, if you want the quilting bundle, or the embroidery bundle. Just let me know which one when you fill out that form, and then we'll be able to send that out to you. But that is about it, you guys. All right, I'm gonna stop now before I get too carried away with these giveaways, because once I start, I don't want to stop. So we'll save it for a next show. We'll keep the energy up for the next one. But thank you guys so much for coming on and hanging out with us today. I had so much fun. I'm trying to read all the comments too. You guys are so sweet. You guys are always so supportive of everyone winning. I love it. Thank you for joining. Somebody said give away the store. You know, if everybody came in, I'd be like, here you go. But I need to work on that. We need to I don't know why. I love seeing everybody with fun goodies and things like that. But yes. Anyways, thank you all for coming on and hanging out with me today and putting up with me. I don't know it's a Monday, I guess. It's Tuesday, but it feels like a Monday. So thank you again, and make sure you guys check out the SMP Live, or not SMP Live, the SMP Facebook group. I'm going to go ahead and put it in the comments right now, so that way you guys can join if you would like. No pressure, but if you just want to come hang out with us, no problem. We'll accept you right in. Me, Kyle, we're all on there chatting away. It's so much fun, and I just love looking at all of your guys' projects. It's so great. So let me copy this link and let me put this in the comments right here for you. Let's do it. All right. I know a lot of you are in here. I know a lot of you watching are in here, but it's okay. If anybody's new, come in and hang out with us. Someone said, love your necklaces. Thanks. I'm trying to fix them right now. But again, yes, thanks for coming on, and make sure you guys tune in for our Takeover Tuesday show, our SMP Live show. By the way, though, I will let you know, I don't think we are doing an SMP Live show this week because we have Scan and Cut University starting on Thursday. So that will be taking over the studio. So I don't think we're going to do a show, but I will let you know otherwise on our social media if we end up doing something else. But with that, if we are not doing a show Thursday, you will see me back here on Tuesday at 10 a.m. PST. Come hang out with us, and maybe we'll do something fun, like do something in the meantime, a little fun like Facebook Live or something. We'll see, to make up for it. But yes, alrighty. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and head out, but I hope you guys have an awesome rest of your day. Go sew something fun, like Rhonda said. Go sew SCHMETZ, and we will see you guys very, very soon. Bye, guys. Have an amazing day.